What's up, everybody? Welcome to RetroGameCrunch. Welcome to another episode of our weekly dive, where we dive into one game a week, we look at some gameplay footage, back it up with some commentary about the game, and then I give you my overall thoughts in case this is a game that you're interested in purchasing. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty of gameplay videos already out, and more to come, so if this is something that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for future content. And you can also check out some previous games that I reviewed and get a little bit more information about them. On this week's episode, we're looking at Infernal, Hell's Vengeance for the Xbox 360. Welcome, gamers, to a journey through the fiery depths of hell and the corrupted skies of heaven. Today, we're diving into Infernal, Hell's Vengeance, an action-packed third-person adventure where revenge and moral ambiguity collide in a gothic world of demons and angels. Released in 2007 for the Xbox 360, this game lets you step into the boots of Ryan Lennox, a fallen angel turned demonic anti-hero. Let's explore the gameplay, story, and what makes this dark tale worth revisiting. Hell's Vengeance tells the story of Ryan Lennox, a former agent of heaven betrayed by his superiors and cast out to hell. Now working for Lucifer himself, Lennox embarks on a quest for vengeance. But as the story unfolds, Lennox begins to question his allegiance to hell, and the line between good and evil become increasingly blurred. As Lennox hunts down those who wronged him, he must face not only demons but angels as well, revealing a world where neither side is purely good or evil. The atmosphere is dark and haunting, with ruined cities, fiery landscapes, and celestial corruption around every corner. It's a world where vengeance and redemption go hand in hand. Let's talk gameplay. At its core, Infernal Hell's Vengeance blends fast-paced third-person shooting with supernatural powers, making every encounter dynamic. You'll wield a variety of firearms, pistols, shotguns, machine guns, but your true strength lies in the hellish powers at your disposal. Combat is fluid and strategic. Lennox can teleport, create energy shields, summon fireballs, and even some explosive energy blast. The cover system adds a tactical layer, allowing you to hide behind objects and pop out for the perfect shot. One of the standout features of Infernal Hell's Vengeance is its level design. The environments are a perfect mix of gothic ruins, fiery hellscapes, and ruined cities. Every level is dripping with atmosphere, making you feel like you're truly walking through the afterlife. Each area presents its own challenges, from navigating treacherous, hellish citadels to solving puzzles with your supernatural abilities. These environments aren't just backdrops. They play an integral role in the gameplay. Whether you're uncovering secrets or unlocking hidden areas, exploration is key to progressing through the game. As you progress, Lennox's journey becomes more than just a quest for vengeance. You'll face moral dilemmas that will shape the story's outcome. Do you stay loyal to Hell's forces, or will you rebel and forge your own path? Your choice impacts not just the story, but Lennox's character development. Will you embrace the darkness and grow more ruthless, or will you seek redemption in a world that's anything but pure? While the game's combat mechanics are engaging, it's not without its flaws. The repetitive nature of some battles can drag at times, and the graphics, while fitting for the dark theme, may seem dated by today's standards. But for fans of gothic action and supernatural warfare, Infernal Hell's Vengeance still offers a unique experience. On harder difficult levels, enemies can be relentless, and boss fights can be incredibly challenging. But that's where the fun lies, combining your guns and hellish powers to take down these powerful foes. Finally, the sound and music. The game's dark, atmospheric soundtrack sets the perfect tone for the action. From intense dramatic combat music to the haunting melodies that play during quieter moments, the soundtrack elevates the overall experience. And the voice acting, especially from Ryan Lennox, captures his internal struggles beautifully. Infernal Hell's Vengeance may not have been the most revolutionary game of its time, but its dark narrative, compelling anti-hero, and mix of gunplay and supernatural powers make it a standout for fans of gothic action adventure games. The game's journey through revenge, betrayal, and redemption is one that sticks with you long after the final credits roll. So would you make the deal with hell for the power to seek your revenge? Or would you choose a different path in the fight between heaven and hell? Until next time, keep playing, and remember, vengeance is a dish best served hell's way. As you could see in some of my gameplay footage, the game has some overly sensitive aiming mechanics. Aiming in this game can be a struggle at times, and shots can often be missed, or don't seem to make any sense, as if they're bouncing off of enemies. The demonic powers, which could have added depth, were deemed cumbersome and kind of underutilized throughout the game. It is fun to use your demonic powers to defeat enemies, but the build-up to be able to use those powers tends to be a bit much, and you can't really rely on being able to use those powers to be able to defeat harder bosses at certain times. The combat in this game was overly simplified, becoming more repetitive, and the simplistic level design kind of contributed to the poor progression form throughout this game. You find yourself defeating the same enemies over and over again with little variance. While the bosses have a certain level of difficulty, the normal enemies scattered throughout the game tend to be very repetitive, and you find yourself in the same situations as you're playing through the game. So for me, I thought this game had a really great concept and story. It might just have fallen short on execution. It's somewhat expensive at $48 on price charting right now, so it's one of those games that if you're a fan of demonic third-person shooter games, or something similar to that, you might want to pick this game up. If you're not, this is definitely one that you probably want to pass on and see if it gets cheaper later on down the road. So to sum up my playthrough of this game, I didn't mind it as much. It's a different game that I normally wouldn't play, and so it really gave me an opportunity to play something just a little bit different. Would I have paid $48 for this game if I had paid for it today? No, probably not. It wouldn't be a game that I would recommend picking up unless you're into that type or that style of game. But since I picked this game up a while back, I'm happy to add it to my collection. And actually I feel like I got a pretty decent deal because I think I only paid probably $8 or $10 several years ago when I picked it up. And now that it's worth almost $50, I'm happy with that. It gives me a chance to play this game whenever I feel like it, and it's definitely one that I'm glad I added to my collection. However, like I said before, not a game that I'd probably pick up or recommend necessarily unless you're really just into third-person shooters or demonic style games where possession and the ability to use multiple weapons is your kind of thing. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment below if you've played this game and what your thoughts are, because I'm curious to see what you guys think about this game. Until next time, happy gaming!